Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rahmat Hidayat. I come from class A. On this occasion, I will answer the question given by lecturer Mr. Irfan Hamonangan Tarifaran SSM Home in the English specific purpose. Okay, we start from number one questions. Question number one is explain the difference between English specific purpose from general English. Okay, my answer is English specific purpose and advanced approach to language teaching, in which all the choices are related to contents of the strategy of are supported on the learning's reasons for learning. English for specific purpose use in particular teaching circumstances. It is an advanced approach as compared to general English. Uh, the English specific purpose. The English specific purpose course has been designed for nature learners either in expert work situations or at tertiary stage in situation. English specific purpose is usually designed for the student of intermediate and graduation level. The majority of English specific purpose course assumes a few basic knowledge of the language system. So the conclusion is we can say that English specific purpose is language in context. On the other hand, general English is language in solutions and situations. Both are important for English purpose to cover all the skill, whereas English specific purpose put a stress on the needs of learners. People should be aware of English specific purpose and a general English difference. In an English specific purpose, a course language is used as service rather than subject. Okay, the next question, question number two. Explain the steps and English specific purpose a teacher before a mixing of a syllabus. Okay, my answer is I will explain the 5 steps of an English specific purpose a teacher before mixing a syllabus. Okay, two steps are steps number one. Condensing needs analysis. Needs analysis is a first and fundamental process in designing a syllabus. Although there is no definite definitions of English specific purpose. All English specific purpose scholars agree that in designing an English specific purpose, a course needs analysis must be taken as the first priority. Okay, step number two, determinations of goals and objective of the course. A course is something that wanted to be achieved at, and in the case of language learning, goals are a general something, a statement of the overall purpose of the course. The goals and the objectives can be can be withdrawn from the result of the needs analysis. Since English specific purpose was created for the adult, learning seeking for development in the picture. Uh, the goals and the objective should relate to choose need. Uh, the analysis of the problem faced by uh, the learners can also be considered in solving the goals and objective. Okay, the next tips number three. Tips number three. Content conceptualization. The next process needed to be followed is conceptualizing the contents that is choosing and analysis the necessary contents related to the needs analysis and the goals and objective. The next steps number four. uh, Organization of context and activities. uh, Course organization is important since it profits the teachers and the students with clear clear idea of what will be taught. Another why we consider course organizations as a circle or as a matrix. Uh, the teacher introduced a circle of activities following a consistent sequence. The contents and activities may also be sequenced based on the standard operational procedure of the relative job. Okay, the next step is step number five. Uh, Assessment and evaluation. Assessment is related to determinant of a student proficiency, whereas evaluation to the process of collecting and interpreting information about an educational program, and assessment can also provide feedback on the effectiveness on the course and in general. It would be an ongoing part of the actual process. Evaluation of the course uh, should be integrated in the teaching process. Okay, the next question is question number three. Which approachment of course design you think effectively connected in vocational high school? Okay, this design of the course design choose is individual approach. Because each student has its own characteristics that are different from one student with the other students. Uh, they learn in different styles. This behavior also varies. Individual difference in a student private insight to teachers that teaching. Strategies must pay attention to difference in a student in this individual aspect. individual aspect. In the other hand, in other word, the teacher must take an individual approach to the teaching and learning activities. For example, is to stop a student who like to talk the way is to spread move uh, on move one of the students are placed in groups of quiet students. As an individual child has basic physical needs of the child to be recognized as a person, uh, and it to be respected and respectful of the others. A need for security, and also as a social being, the child has a need to adapt to the environment, both with his friends or with his teacher and parents. Okay, the last question is question number 4. Explain some teaching methods or teaching you can apply for and as English specific for class. Okay, my answer is teaching methods or a technique that can be applied to English specific purpose classes is uh, student uh, student centered learning. Student centered learning because students are the central focus in the learning process, because the teaching English is done to meet the needs of English in accordance with the different divided of student studies. In addition to being able to increase the activeness of a student in learning activities, as students centered learning is believed to be effective in improving the quality of learning as well. A student-centered learning is a learning approach that is believed to be effective in improving the quality of learning of a student. Of course, student-centered learning can be applied lecture in tertiary institutions. Uh, Instead, students should more actively involved in college activities comparable to school children. In addition, methods that can be applied to English specific purpose class is include lecture, question and answers, discussions, and segment individual of or group etc. Uh, Determination of the method applied is adapted to the nature of the teaching material, so that the effectiveness of learning can be achieved. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.